Wait. Mic test. Hi. Oh my god. So hey guys, my name is Connie G and welcome back to my channel. How you doing, honey buns? This is gonna be a sit down, get ready with me. By the title, it's going to be about my life after being laid off. My name is Connie G and the G was for going places, and we unfortunately no longer have that luxury. So I'm in a hotel room right now because I booked a staycation just because I tried to get this video out multiple times. Like, I swear, I sat down, I got laid off back in June, and I have been trying to make this video ever since. And it's now October, and I finally was like, okay, let me just rip the band-aid off and book a room and record this sit down because I feel like I worked so hard and grew the small community that I do have, and I would hate to let all of that work go to waste. So I'm not going anywhere special. This is going to be my little version of my makeup. Checkout is at 11 a.m. It's about 8:40 a.m. now, so let's just get right into the story. 2017. And I know it's like, girl, what does that have to do with layoff? But it all makes sense. In 2017, I was a college student, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, yes, this is amazing. I know what I want to do in my life. I'm about to graduate soon, get my degree, and everything is going to be like a-okay. But no, I did not know. Little did I know the pandemic was going to happen. I was gonna come across YouTube and the early stages of the natural hair community, and I was gonna be heavily influenced by that community and just the whole movement of like the content creation and how it's becoming a real thing. Because out of nowhere, like it just went from posting on social media regularly, like 2015, 2016, to like this entire wave of new jobs and new ways to start making money. So I'm in school 2017 working on getting my bachelor's degree. I went to New York City College of Technology because I originally wanted to do radiology. That didn't work out because the people who were like my classmates and stuff, they were fully equipped. Like, they were in specialized high school, so they already had 4 years of knowledge on me. I just walked into this brand new because my associate's degree level was just liberal arts. I was just hopping from major to major trying to figure it out. And I thought I really wanted to do science major and be in the medical fields and, good old white coat doctor, or at least like technician or whatever the case may be. And that did not work out. I felt like I was going crazy. Literally 3 weeks from the first day of school, we had to know all 206 bones, plus correct spelling, plus correct image. Like, you are supposed to be able to look at a piece of a whole bone and tell what piece is that from. Like, no. I started major hopping around. And again, while all of this is happening, I'm also very discouraged because now I'm into like this whole YouTube world. And I'm like, dang, I'm this close to graduating school, so I shouldn't just stop going to school because I don't feel like it's working for me. And I don't know what to do with this YouTube stuff. Thankfully, after major hopping and finding something that aligned so well with YouTube, everything ended up working out. I find the entertainment technology major and I start my course. We getting to the end of it, and again, I'm watching this YouTube journey. Like, during those levels, before I even found the my major, the entertainment technology major, I was literally under high levels of stress. And I came from Staten Island, right? Because my first college was College of Staten Island. And over there, if you know anything about like New York and here, Staten Island is not the place. Like, that's literally the adopted child of New York State, and no one goes there. Like, they have nothing. I did enjoy my time, the scenery, but it was like not giving what it needed to when it came to like maintenance things, especially for my thick curly hair. So not only is there nothing to do, I'm driving myself crazy. There's no one to like beautify us. I'm frying my hair and I'm under high levels of stress. That was translating literally to my like out in the physical. So my hair is shedding, I'm combing my hair and it would just fall like heavy chunks of hair would be falling out. And I knew this was not normal. Like I've had hair my whole life, right? I well, not like that, but I've had hair on my head my whole life. So it's like this was a drastic change, you know? Like my hair has been with me my entire life. I know that this is not what it looks like or this is not how it reacts. So I was panicked. Again, my outlet was YouTube, and thankfully like the movement at the time was girls in their hair. Like how much better aligned could this be? After I found all of that, I started testing everything I found on YouTube. Like after I found the whole community, I started testing out every little item that anyone was making at home and I can afford because hashtag broke college student. I was doing it all, like all. I know I'm supposed to be doing this makeup. I was doing it all. Do you hear me? Like shea butter, aloe, avocado mask, bananas, everything, everything. Until I realized, like, wait, hold on a second. Is this making a difference? And wait, hold on another second. Are they making money from this? Like, that's what shocked me and like just wow, blew me out the waters immediately because I didn't realize the unlimited potential with not only like reconstructing your hair, but the new norm that we were being introduced to when it came to no longer having to just go to school and get a traditional job. And I'm sure that it's been out there for the longest, but this is when it has clicked to me. So I start testing these products out on myself, your little do it yourself concoctions. I'm doing everything at home and I'm recording it, having fun on Instagram, right? Just I transitioned from Snap to Instagram because I feel like Snap was a little played out and I'm getting older and so welcome Instagram. And they had this Snap like feature. This is when like story was freshly new. So I'm just like, all right, I'll just handle one social media account instead of several. As I'm posting about everything that I'm doing, people had genuine like reactions to it. I feel like I was becoming a little influencer in my own way, in my own little lane, and I was excited for it, right? Because I'm seeing real results. People are asking me, what am I doing? How am I achieving this? And I started like developing this entrepreneurial mindset. And then everything came down. I still did not have the confidence to like record on YouTube, but I am having the confidence of coming about and talking about something I made and trying to be more comfortable with selling that product. And I know. You're like, girl, what does this have to do with your layoff? Speed it up. I'm getting there, right? I'm posting on Instagram, getting comfortable, and I'm learning how to edit. And one of my requirements for this course, right now that I am, right, this was a huge jump from 2017 to 2020. Now I'm about to graduate school. And I thought I had this under control, right? I switched my major. Sorry, I cannot see. Found a new major, and it's very closely related to this newfound hobby that I'm doing. So I'm excited for it. I'm going all out, all in. I'm testing the products, like I mentioned before. After testing the products, I am literally like marketing myself. And I was trying to learn, like, oh, wrong place. I'm trying to learn, like, how is it that they're doing this, right? And for me, my teacher had showed us, like, they're showing us the rope because it's entertainment. So any type of media, we're learning in the background, which tied heavily to YouTube. And now I have something to come online and talk about, which was my hair and skin, because I was personally struggling with my hair health, and I just like having glowy skin. So it was, everything felt like it was aligning and coming together. And people were asking me about my products or about the products I found online. What is it? Do I sell it? I wasn't selling it at first until one boy at school was saying, like, he really needs something for his scalp. And do I have a recommendation? So I made him the product and he paid me $10. And that was my first sale and the birth of my entire like entrepreneurial spirit and my first business that ended terribly bad. Now we're caught up. Pandemic time, 2020, made my first sale, which has made me, well, before the pandemic I made my first sale, and it just continued this fire. Like, it gave me the motivation to keep going, to see that the girls online are not all lying, because a lot of them are, but they're not all lying. So I was, motivated and excited. Fast forward, I'm doing this on the side while I'm doing school, and the pandemic hit. The literal semester that I graduate. So graduation went to tank. Ouch. I'm sitting on the floor and I just banged my nail on the ground. Sitting on the floor because there's no seats. I probably saw the room tour, and this is the best light in this room. Anyways, dang, I lost my train of thought. It's just 2020. The world is shut down, and um, my major was heavily affected by it. Yeah, I think that's where I was left off at. The entertainment world, as you know, needs people, and we were on lockdown. They're not making movies. The whole spiel. We all went through it. I'm like disappointed because not only did I already change my life's course, but I was depending on this to help me, um, not only get a job, but like fuel my hobby. And I felt like in order to fuel my hobby, I needed to be making money so that I can afford all the fancy gadgets and everything. And now here I am in a hotel floor recording on my iPhone and a little Amazon mic that I got for like $10. Take that as a sign that no, you do not need the fancy equipment. You literally just need to start. Now, I'm panicking because the world is shut down. I graduated, already changed my life, and I don't know what to do next, right? I'm trying to figure it out. I want a job. I can't get a job. So it was like a blessing in disguise. I know that the pandemic was not as fortunate for everyone, but I'm telling my story. I considered it a blessing in disguise because it really gave me time to sit down and think. Like, how much of us did not take those breaks of long years of middle school, elementary school, high school, college, straight into the workforce? Like, many people do not have the luxury of just breathing, and I was forced into that break. I say that it was a blessing in disguise because I was able to sit down, reevaluate, and tap into who Connie is and what does Connie want to do, and not block out so much of the outside noise, because I feel like that's what stops most of us. We say we want to do things, and then we start getting so concerned about the outside noise when none of that even matters. Now the pandemic happens and I need to switch directions. So I start teaching myself because I want to be immersed in this new online world that we're getting to. My beauty blender fell on the ground. That we're getting introduced to. And I came across digital marketing. Now we're getting up to the good part that leads up to the layoff. I came across digital marketing and I thought it was strictly just for like the influencers. So from the very beginning, I knew that these girls were just marketers and they gave it a fancy name so that they don't look as lame online. But I was heavily interested in social media marketing and Google marketing and running my own ads and how to promote my products. So I take up the skill. On top of that, remember I'm selling products. So now this is going hand in hand. I'm fueling up and gaining all of the entrepreneurial business online, sell online, e-commerce world. And I'm just diving in headfirst, learning everything. I make my first couple of batch orders for inventory. One sec. Let me just finish this makeup because I gotta leave soon. And I can't see from all the way back there. Yes, I made my first couple of batch orders and I have a business partner, right? This is where things get really serious. We're in the middle of the pandemic. I am learning how to do digital marketing. I get a business partner and we're ordering things to like make this real, right? Because before, when I made the little order for my friend in school, it was just a quick run to the beauty supply. They have empty containers. I bought one, filled it up for him. Now we're like getting legit, right? I have a business partner, we have a business name, the birth of Cyganic, and that went to tank because my friend was supposed to just be handling the social media aspects. Mind you, she is the one that sends me this marketing course because I did Google for free. At the time, Google had like Google certificates and learn how to do cybersecurity, digital marketing, all of these things for free. So I jumped on the advantage. Like, okay, case in point. Google was a good stepping stone to learn, but I needed something more hands on and like project based. So I signed up for Udacity and they had a really good, cheap marketing course that I took, and they help you make a portfolio because it's project based. So now you have actual work to showcase. Then she sends me co op, right? Which is a apprenticeship for digital marketing. And I'm like, this is perfect. We should both sign up. So after the apprenticeship, we can get jobs and also like get these skills. But she had a job already. She was working in as a teacher, but she wanted to quit because she's saying she wasn't making enough. So I'm like, this would be perfect because the apprenticeship is online at night and it would help benefit our business, our business. She did none of that. I'm the only one that fell through with the course, ended up landing a role in digital marketing as a pay per click specialist. So we divided our task into her being in charge of social media and me doing like Google and the website stuff. So I will be creating the website, taking in the orders. Whenever we get an order, I'll be packing them and taking it to the post office and also running our marketing for Google. And all she had to do was post on social media, and she did not do that. So this partnership and business tanked, but it worked. It worked because we ordered 200 inventory products and we were able to make 200 orders. Like, can you believe that? Or at least just sell out 200 products, 200 items worth of inventory. So I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back. Cool. As this is going on, I realized I really don't want to like work with anyone. I don't want to depend on anyone for my finances, for my future, for my life. Like, and we shouldn't because it's my life. So I'm at this job. We get the job because I finished the course. I finished co op. They help with resume building. And one of the requirements for co op was to apply to 25 jobs before you are completely done. And surprise, surprise, one of the 25 jobs had called me back. and it was the most amazing experience. Now, this is the jump from 2020 to 2021. Right? Pandemic is uplifting. I finally get my first big girl job. I feel even more accomplished because I went online and I self-taught everything I knew about digital marketing, and it actually landed me a role that I would sit in for 3 years. Fast forward to 2024. Um, the job was amazing. The very first crew, because my first agency got acquired by a bigger agency, and once that happened, everything just went to shit. So we're gonna skip that. It just became a very toxic, miserable work environment. I'm just running Google ads all day. I learned a lot because most of the businesses we're working for, they're in like the cyber tech industries or hotel industries, and they'll be like all over the world. So it was just fun to have a bunch of different businesses coming to my agency and me being able to work on it. I just didn't like the people, right? Again, here's this people problem. I didn't like the people that just aren't nice. Right? Like it's we're all stressed. We're all like under a lot of pressure. You being mean or dictating, not dictative, but just trying to hold your power of authority over people just because they have less years of experience is never like a good feeling. And I tried to hold on for as long as I could because this was my first big girl job. And it's like, what are we going to do without a job? Yes, the hotel room has a bunk bed, and I decided to come up here because I'm going to get my money's worth. But like, what are we gonna do without a job? You know what I mean? Like, what are we gonna do without making money? Nothing. We're gonna do nothing. You're sad at the job, and then you're sad without the job. So it was a very conflicting time. And then they tried to push this work family culture thing. And when you get laid off, it is very, very weird because they just have a meeting with you and they tell you, okay, it's not performance based, it's not you, it's us, and your laptop will lock. Please return it. Have a nice life. Like, okay, thanks. I just sat here for 3 years. I felt like I could have at least my manager, right, was on vacation when I got laid off. So I could have at least gotten a second to like, round up emails and speak to anybody, but I feel like they're in panic mode. Maybe for some people, I know it clearly if the structure is in play, it's because they have experience and stuff where, people just take stuff that they're not supposed to be as far as like information and work stuff, but it's like they have a second to say goodbye to anybody or anything, and no one really reached out either. So fast forward to May. This happened like literally the last week of May. I think it was like the 27th, 28th, the super last week of May. Now it's June 1st. So I got my final paycheck first. After I mailed my laptop in, I got a servant's pay, and I had the option of either keeping my retirement. I had a Roth account with Vanguard, and it was either keeping my retirement in the account or withdrawing. So I took a gamble on myself. This is where the life after layoff comes all the way in. I took a gamble on myself. It is now June 2024, and I spent a bunch of money on clothes, the city being one of them, just because my birthday was in June and I already knew, like, for some reason, I kind of felt that I was going to be laid off or that I was going to quit or get fired. Like, for some reason, I just felt this job was really coming to its end. I've been saying for the longest, like, since last year, right? Like, I want to be in control of my life. I made the conscious decision that I won't be traveling this year. I'm going to try to save up as much money as I can. I'm going to clear out all of my debt and I'm going to jump into a business. What was that business? I don't know because I had the chance to do, the hair care stuff, but I really wasn't a fan of bottling up something and selling it when you at home can sit there and do it yourself. And I know people pay for convenience and all of that, and it's a big play, but it's like if I can give you the information for free, why charge you? You know what I mean? So, life after layoff has been a bunch of jumping into new projects because I feel like who cares? It kind of feels like I'm mourning the life I thought I should have been living at this age and just coming to acceptance with the life that I have, right? Being grateful, being super, super appreciative because I know that it can be way worse, right? I wanted to share the backstories of everything because we've been through hurdles before. Like if you take a second to reflect, you notice that you really have been through these hurdles before. You've been through something that's just as big, just as dramatic and life changing, and you've overcome it. So I feel like I took a gamble on myself because this shall pass too, right? I withdrew all of the money from my Vanguard account, which was about like $11,000, $15,000. I had $20,000 saved, so that's $35,000. Plus, I had my servant's pay, which was another $11,000. So in total, I was pushing like 45, 48,000 dollars in cash, which is crazy to me because when you look back at it, like the time frame, guys, please know that we are only in October and all this money that was coming to me was after me speaking out to the world, telling it, like, point me in the right direction, take me where I need to go. As soon as I reach a certain amount in my savings, I said 35K, my savings, I will quit. I hit that amount and I did not quit. And I feel like the world forced an exit on me. Back on the floor because I actually like this lighting. Yeah, I feel like the world took or forced an exit on me and gave me the push that I was so scared to take on my own. Like I had no choice but to do it now. I was just so scared to take that risk. And I feel like the world forced me in that direction, like whether I liked it or not. Because I don't think you'll ever feel ready to do anything. So you might as well just do it. I took time to realize, like, or jot down things like, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? Who is Connie G? Like, now that the going places has been stripped from you, I'm still obviously Connie G because the G is my last name. But who is Connie G? Like, what are we? And I don't want to be attached to a job title. I don't think that we measure up to just being a job title and the degrees you were able to obtain. It's like, who are you as a person? And what do you do that makes you smile and keeps you going and sparks your motivation to want to continue waking up every day and enjoy this thing we call life. I sat down for weeks. Like, I was sad. Then my birthday came, and thankfully, like, well, it wasn't that many weeks. It was like 2 weeks. But I sat down for like 2 weeks just thinking. I was numb. I didn't do anything because I'm like lost. Do I get another job? Do I start another business? What do I do? Thankfully, though, it was my birthday. So I just took the time to relax. I already had ordered a bunch of stuff. So a bunch of money had went into just unnecessary things that I felt were gonna make me feel better because it's my birthday and I'm not going on a trip. And most of the stuff I didn't even like. Like maybe this hoodie was probably the one good thing that came of it, but it was not worth the price tag. Anyways. Yeah, I sat down, relaxed, and wrote down everything I said I wanted to do. Originally, I do want like a job, obviously, but I knew that I did not want to go back into digital marketing. I don't want to be in the marketing world. I want a job where I'm more in control, more suitable for my characteristics. I feel like if we're going to be going through these struggles and these pain points and the stress and the overwhelmed and the yada, 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 then I should at least have qualifications or requirements for my job too, right? Like I need hard, this is the line, like hard, this is the standards, you know? So I did not want to be client facing constantly, or I didn't want to be pushed into that role immediately. I wanted a job or something where I can just grow at my pace, right? Where it's not like I'm being forced or pushed, or oh my gosh, you're not performing well for the time frame you had in this role, like make it better. And it's like, no, my character, the way I am, my personality does not is not like someone else's. So I need to take things into account at my pace. Um, so I jotted everything down, right? I first of all got out of about $10,000 to $15,000 in debt that I accumulated from like traveling and buying unnecessary things. With the servants' pay and my savings and my final paychecks, I was able to just direct this lump sum of money that I came across and do the right things with it, or I felt like some of the right things. I decided that I was not going to hold back. I had the capital means to just try things. I'm young, I don't have any kids, I don't pay any bills. So I'm like, why not? Right? Boom. We start with YouTube. Wanted to get right back into YouTube automation. I kind of made my channel like too niche focused in the beginning because I was scared to just come to down on camera. Then I came across this video that's like, if you're scared to content create, it's like basically saying you're scared of making money. And I ain't never been scared of making money. So here we go, video. But honestly, like it literally happened that way. It may sound like I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. Go to YouTube. I see this other channel promoting a course, of course, right? Talking about YouTube automation and how they will offer a mentorship and how this will help fast line, streamline, yada yada yada. And I really did like this person's channel. And this person had a lot of other people commenting on their channel. I like the editing style, I like the way of the movies on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, if I can learn from the person directly and I can ask questions for the person directly, the person that has already seen success, I will pay for that. I paid $997 for 1 month. I'm super excited, super motivated. Um, Remember with the prior business, Cyganic, we had an LLC and all of that. Me and my business partner parted ways, and we also sold out. So I just changed the name from Cyganic to my new business, The Simple Adult. This was fueled. I guess we'll get into another video on that. Wink, wink. The Simple Adult. Now I'm like, okay, what is my niche, right? I think it just fell into the point of, if I'm struggling with adulthood, maybe everyone else is, right? I'm 26 and I feel like I don't have my life in order, which is why I was saying earlier, like I had to come to terms with, or I felt like I was just mourning the life I thought I should be living and just come to terms with the life I have and be grateful for it. So I wanted to help people. Like, if you're feeling this way about yourself, your life, directions, if you're feeling this way about your job and what to do next, I'm sorry, hold on, I am so thirsty. I wanted to provide that safe place and that heaven or that haven for everyone without this price tags, like, or at least without the hefty price tag, because I hate that they literally like feed on your desperation for change, like, and not desperate in a bad way, desperate in a good way, desperate in a I really really just want to get this done. And they feed, like, they as in people who sell you these courses that are complete bullshit, because the course I paid for, right? He's supposed to be walking us through this entire YouTube blueprint. And if you have questions, reach out to him. But I went 1 month. I think I paid for the course for 1 to 2 months. So the initial 997, then another 997. I think, yeah, it was like 2 months long. And I spoke to this mentor probably like 4 times in 2 months. And the entire point of this was to get expert help constantly. I'm not going to take away from the fact that he did give me the starting points of breaking it down and taking the simple adult to where it is today. Is not necessarily a YouTube channel, is now a newsletter. But I don't feel like without that bump in the road, I would have even made those decisions as clear. So, okay, cool. That's out the window. We're down. Ching, how much? Now I'm like, okay, what's next? I know that I really, really wanted to get into stocks badly. I've been trying since the pandemic. I even fell into the whole forex chain, y'all. Back to the whole desperation thing, trying to just make a change. Cool. I buy not one, but two more courses on stocks trading and the formula and chart reading and communities, and it did not work. Still not working. Not in the sense that it's not working, but it's just not, I'm not grasping the concept as I should. And I also had to realize that they have money to play with. So in order for you to get in big money, you will have to put in big money. And when I talk about trading, I'm not talking about like stocks investing and um just dividends. I'm talking about trading options. So yes, it is stocks, but you're just on a contract per base thing and it's way faster money. I just wanted to get a clear understanding on that process, which is why I invested into two more courses, which did teach me something, and I have made money. The only issue is that, again, you need big money to make big money. So if I'm buying a $29 contract, the most I'm going to get is like a couple hundred, 500, 1,000 maybe, compared to someone who's buying a $2,000 contract, which can now become $6,000, $10,000. So that's where my different, like, my differentiator is like, I could not fund or be okay with losing that much money. So, of course, on to the next project, which is where Airbnb comes into play. And maybe you have seen two lovely ladies all over the YouTube world selling you a Airbnb dream that I also fell for, because, it's a girl's world right now. So I'm feeling like finally females are in these course selling lanes, and they're young, and I don't think they have a reason to lie. They have all the reasons to lie, and I need to learn this very, very fast. Like, these tricky marketing schemes, it's not even lying, it's just tricky, right? These tricky marketing schemes that we fall for, which is why I also want to step away from marketing, because it's all so persuasive on the mind, where you think you're really getting a good deal and it's like you're not. And I want to be true to myself. I humbly want to help people in the best way that I can, which is why I started selling these products for your hair and your skin. and why I also stopped selling the hair products and skin products, because I feel like you can get this information for free. I can give you the information for free. And you can just do it yourself. Why charge you for that? But anyways, it's just not ethical for me. Like it was too shady, too shady. So yeah, we buy the stock course for $500. We buy another stock course for about like 150. I want to say that one was like $300. Anywhere between 150 and $300. We realized what our mistake was. We did walk away with the information. I still trade or practice trade. I still kind of make my little $100. So that wasn't a complete bust compared to the YouTube automation course, but still not a complete bust because it redirected me. And now we're here to the complete bust on a $5,500 course for Airbnb arbitrage that make it like they made it seem so simple, right? We were going to be coaching you. Here's that famous coaching mentor word again. And if you have any questions, you will help us directly. What they really mean is that they're going to have a group of people that they hire. And since they work closely and directly, and they have with these two individuals that have like the whole YouTube channel and the whole shebang going, since the coaches, the middleman, have like one property and work closely with these two ladies, this is your coach and you should have questions and they can answer your questions. Now the problem is that all of the people that they have are doing Airbnb in their hometown. So they were not knowledgeable on me being here in New York and then getting an Airbnb property in the Dominican Republic, especially with technical differences in DR. The world completely is just different there compared to how it is in like London and in New York. So I'm coming into this thinking, and also just very sketchy about the whole thing, until their onboarding person is like assuring me this is a money back guaranteed program. You'll be okay if you walk away with it. And if you do not secure your property after following our rules, we will give you your money back. And I'm like, okay, what do I have to lose? Right? I have 5,500 to lose. But I'm like, what do I have to lose? I can take the course, I can secure the property, and if I secure the property, then I have a cash flow coming in, right? I just created my own cash flow. If I don't get all of this, I get my money back. Win win, right? No, no, no. After you sign contracts, you find the real rules of the Airbnb course. And this includes 200 calls weekly plus 300 calls weekly to agents and landlords, plus doing research on Airbnb for properties and doing regular real estate property research so that you can secure your property, so that you can talk to these people and see, do you accept subletting, so that I can post my Airbnb and market and all of the things. And now I was trapped, right? I had to walk away from that again. And again, what did I have to lose? $5,500, because that was not attainable for me to do. So now I'm like, girl, you need to really, really take a pause. You need to hold on, because our savings is plateauing and we don't have a job right now. Like, what are we going to do? Right? It felt good in the beginning, like in the first earlier months, June, July, August, to just, say, okay, yeah, I want to do this. Let's pay for it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But then you get to the bigger price tags, because 500 is very, very different from 5,500. And it's just like, okay, think, breathe, refocus. I've been coming to terms a lot with just accepting the wrongdoings that I do, holding myself accountable, and looking at these lessons as, what is it teaching me? Because after falling or going through all of that, I feel like I discover more and more pieces of myself that end up leading me to a stronger path where I feel more connected. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for me mishandling so much money and putting myself into business debt, because this is a blood debt, I would not have came across knowing like firmly, yes, I want to help people. Yes, I am highly interested in money, managing money, how to make more money, and how to not fall for the tricks and the gimmicks. No, I was not into working for someone else's terms. I was not into being forced to having to work a certain way. And I was not into just having these mean individuals as bosses that literally made me cry. Back to the good old reliable internet and back to the searching diving board I went. I made newsletter for the YouTube channel because I couldn't pay for editors and script writers and designers and all of this stuff for a couple of videos that may or may not have blown up. And when you're making these investments, you have to think about the possibilities of the may not go well and the may go well because there's no telling. And I didn't think that through with the Airbnb course, which is why I don't only blame those ladies. It's my fault too. But it's like kind of hard it's a hard pill to swallow. But without these lessons, I would have not known that I do want to be my own person. I'm willing to like take the risk. I'm willing to just I feel like do what I feel like is necessary. Right? I came across financial planning and enrolled myself into yet another course. I love these courses. But this one is legit from the Boston University and I'm working on being a certified financial planner. It ties so well to not just having a job, but into my business because we are misrepresented. When I say we, I say Hispanics and people of color. We are and women. We are misrepresented in these money spaces, in these money worlds, where it's like a finance bro type of world. And it's like, we exist, right? And we shouldn't work so hard to attain these things and then mishandle them because we're miseducated. Because the average financial planner is 54 and white and male. So it's like, wow, what a turn of events. Because I would have never came across this job, the financial planning certification. I would have never came across knowing like what I don't want, what I do want. I experience fully what's working and what's not working. And I'm guessing I don't know what's next. This has been life after layoff. It's just been a bunch of thinking, bunch of mishandling money, and a bunch of just trying to find time for myself so that I can make more right decisions and less bad ones. Anyways, I think I rambled enough. I just wanted to come here and share this story. You're not alone. No one has it all figured out. And honey bun, you got this. Whoop! Bloopers. Is this my good side? Do you even like my makeup? Like I didn't do anything. I just wanted to put something on like I was doing something just so I could feel like I'm doing something. But yeah, seriously, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be on this journey with me because I am going to be your future financial planner girl. You don't have your finances in order, and we're gonna make sure you don't ever do none of the dumb stuff I did. I'm gonna be the big sister that go through it so you don't have to. Like, comment, and subscribe, honey bun. Wow, how disrespectful was my chopstick. If y'all saw that, I'm sorry. Well, for real, like, comment and subscribe. I'm trying to change my life, y'all, and I want to help y'all change yours too. But we can't do this alone. We can't do this if you do not like, comment, and subscribe.
A express train. The next stop is High Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.